ever started a creative habit but struggle to keep going, you are so not alone. Most people can manage a day or two, maybe even the first week, but staying motivated for 30 days, that feels like a mountain. So today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to stay motivated for a full month of sketching and build a creative habit that sticks. These are the same strategies that I've used and shared in the annual 30-day sketchbook challenge, which is now in its 9th year. So let's dive in. Now, the first thing that I would encourage you to do when attempting something like a 30-day sketchbook challenge is to make it ridiculously achievable. Now, what I mean by this is that we lose motivation as humans, not because we can't do something, it's because we make it too big. We make it that great big mountain, which is going to take just so long to do, and it's such a big effort. It's such a great big change of our daily routine and habit. So the first tip as part of this making it ridiculously achievable is to set your bar low, lower your bar, like super, super low. Think about just giving yourself a few minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, a small sketch, a small sketchbook, and a simple prompt, which is exactly what we provide in the 30-day sketchbook challenge. Simple, understandable prompts, not conceptual things where you've got to think about what to do. The prompts are straightforward. And that's why the sketchbook challenge works so well, and I've been doing it myself. So, for example, I do little sketches every day. This one, for example, was batteries. I just went into my drawer, sketched a battery, and did it. This one was clouds, so I did a little landscape. We've got other ones like makeup, so I drew a little lipstick in pencil. This is vases and containers, I drew a glass. Sometimes I get my watercolours out, I keep it nice and simple, but this is a tiny sketchbook. It's nice and simple and something you wear one day. I even drew my own sock. I just drew my foot. It was right there, took a few minutes in coloured pencil. So you just need a few moments a day. Keep that bar set really low. Don't say you're going to do an hour's sketching, a great big sketch. Something small, just a single pencil, and that will help you to make it ridiculously achievable. So another really important tip that I have for you when starting a sketching challenge or starting any kind of new creative habit is to anchor it to something that you already do. And this is something that I learned from a book called Atomic Habits, and it's called habit stacking. And essentially what it is you do the new thing by stacking it on top of something you already do. So for example, I have a hot cup of something, it could be a tea or a coffee, usually mid-morning. And when I have that coffee, when I have that tea, I can do my 5-minute sketch because I always have that cup of coffee. I never forget. Therefore, if I do my sketch whilst I'm having that coffee, it's kind of easy to remember it and do it because I've already got a habit that I'm stacking it onto. Now, motivation really isn't about willpower. If we just work on willpower alone, very often things won't happen. If I just said, I'm definitely going to do this every day for 30 days, but don't set myself up a routine, I know it won't happen. So this motivation and this achieving of doing something new is very much about routine and building up good habits. So if you attach sketching to an existing habit, your brain stops negotiating. Now, this point is a really important one, and that is to embrace imperfect days. This is a biggie, and this is a lesson I have really had to learn myself. You will have days when you don't feel inspired. I certainly have them. You will have days when your sketches feel messy. You will have days when you feel tired, when you're busy, when you just can't be bothered. And that is okay. We are human. We are not perfect. I am not perfect. So the thing to really remember when you're doing a challenge is that you can just embrace those messy, imperfect days. You may notice in my sketchbooks that some days I do slightly longer, detailed sketches, and other times I do something quick and scribbly. So have a backup, have something you can do on those imperfect days. And I tell you what, your motivation will really, really grow when you keep going anyway, when you do a quick messy sketch. So I've got little messy, quick pencil sketches on some days. Other days I do something detailed. Like some days I've just done splodges of paint. It's taken me 2 minutes, but I did something. And tiny marks, small sketches, messy sketches, scribbles still count. Doodles count. A 2-minute sketch still counts. You have still tapped into your creative brain. And consistency really helps with keeping going. You will feel so good, even if you do something. And I know some people that do the challenge with me, they'll do a quick scribble and go, it's fine, I did it. But then maybe on a day when they have more, they'll go back and do another sketch using that prompt because they feel they've got more time or are more creative. Embrace the imperfect days. Have a backup idea for something to do quickly when you are busy on time, tired, unwell, whatever it might be. Do something. Consistency really helps. Now for my next tip, I am going to suggest that you join a community because this changes everything. I find the #1 motivator when doing a sketchbook challenge or doing anything is the other people doing it with you. And I always give the example of when I was in my running phase, which I am not now, the only way I would actually ever go running was if I signed up to a 5K for charity and I did it with somebody else. If I had to go training with a friend, I had to turn up, whereas if I was going to do it on my own, I might not have done it. Joining a community, and whether that community is one friend that you text on WhatsApp, whether it is your family where you sit down and you do the challenge together, or whether it's coming inside the Sketchbook Challenge where thousands of us sketch together and we have a wonderful Facebook community where you can stay accountable, ask questions and share your experiences throughout the challenge, you know you're not alone. And that makes it 100 times easier to stay committed. Community really creates gentle accountability and it's so joyful. And I have seen this grow so much over the 9 years that I've been running the 30-day Sketchbook Challenge, and then my Inspire membership, which is 5 years old, nearly 6 years old, and seeing people sketch every month with consistency, with joy, and really enjoying it and enjoying the way that it fits into their lives to work them. Community really changes everything. So if you're interested, if you want to get creative, and if you would love a month of sketching prompts, support, handy tutorials from 30 amazing guest artists, a gentle structure and creative accountability, then the 30-day Sketchbook Challenge is the perfect place to start. We begin on the 1st of January and you can join using the link below this video. I would absolutely love to sketch with you. And I'd love to remind you that creativity does not need hours. It just needs a moment, just a few minutes. Those little pockets of time within your day, 5 minutes with your morning coffee, 2 minutes before you go to bed, 10 minutes on the sofa whilst you're watching something on TV in the evening. And with the right tools, you absolutely can stay motivated for 30 days. Thanks for watching and happy sketching, everybody.